Hello everybody, this is Professor Quine. I'm recording this webinar on June 9th, 2015. On this date, or as of this date, Canvas, our new online course platform at BCCC, is pretty much brand new to all of us. So, and that, when I say us, it includes me. So, I'm re-recording as many webinars as I can because some of my old webinars were based upon the Blackboard online learning platform, which we no longer use. So here we go again. If you're a student who's already been in one of my classes before, you probably know most of this, but listen to it anyway. And all of you new folks, new to me at least, definitely take notes and listen up, because what I'm going to do here is show you how to uh, name a document file according to our course naming rules, save that file in rich text, and submit it via the Canvas site. Okay? Now, one of the first things that you hear from us at BCCC is that you need to have Microsoft Word. There are some quick cheats that you can use, some other programs that you can use that kind of mimic Microsoft Word. I will leave you to check those things out. I think they're mentioned under the Student Support tab. I'm not sure. Or you can just call the e-learning office and ask them for some advice. But for the most part, what most students do who don't have Microsoft Word on their computers is that they come to campus to use the computers there and to write their stuff up in Microsoft Word. So anyway, you need Microsoft Word or something that is Microsoft Word like in order to do what you need to do for our class. All right, so let's say you're in the warm-up module and you're doing the warm-up quiz, okay? And you know that you have to do this as a Microsoft Word document. Now, I'm not doing anything about quiz answers in this webinar, of course. I'm just pretending like I'm a student who has, opened up a Microsoft Word document and is about to record her quiz answers. And, I would number the document 1 through 20 and record my answers next to the numbers. So, you know all of that. What I'm concerned about you knowing next is how to save this document and submit it. What you want to do is go up to, Microsoft Word has come in lots of different versions. By the time you look at this webinar, my version could be old. So, just make adjustments for whatever version you have. But most Microsoft Word versions of that program have a file option. I'm pointing to it now. So you click on File, and then you go to Save As. Okay, then you find wherever you want to save your stuff. Okay, let's say for me I want to save it in this folder. You figure out where you want to save your stuff, if it's on a flash drive, whatever. Okay, all right, so then you want to name the document according to our course document naming rules. And what are those rules? Well, the first thing you want to do is to put your last name down. So let's say my name is Sue Smith. Okay, well, the first thing I would put is Smith, then dot or period. Okay, and the name of the assignment. Well, I'm working on the warm-up quiz, right? So I would call this warm-up quiz. All right, dot, and then you need to put your course and index number. So the folks I'm speaking to directly right now are my summer 192 students. People, in later semesters will also be listening to this. So what I'm about to put down is 92.7559, I think, is our index number in this class. Am I right, folks? Yes, no, 7759, excuse me. Okay, so it got to make a correction there. 7759. Now, if you're in a 91 section, that would become 91 dot whatever your index number is. If you're in another 92 section, you put your index number in there. Where do you find your index number? Well, it's on your course schedule. And if you don't want to, if you've lost that, or if you just don't want to fish that out, what you can do is go into our course site. How do I do this? I keep losing the course site. Go into the course site and look right here. It says 927759. 7759 is your index number, okay? You remember when you write an email to me, you also have to sign your name at the end of your email, meaning just type your name and put your course and index number. Why is that? Because I need to know who I'm talking to. What if I'm teaching, two, three, four different sections? Well, how do I know which section you belong to, right? I mean, we all want to think that, everybody remembers our name and stuff, but when you're teaching a lot of different students and a lot of different classes, it gets very confusing, so we need to be reminded. All right, so going back to saving this document. So last name dot the name of the assignment, okay, dot course dot index dot and then the semester and year, and this is summer. You can type out summer if you want to. I will take sum, SUM 15, and that's fine with me. Okay, so maybe what you want to do right now is stop this webinar for a second and take a picture of that example of a document file name. Now, keep in mind that once we move on, you're going to put whatever assignment it is that you're working on there, right? So once we move on to doing, let's say, Essay 1 outline, you're going to replace the words warm-up quiz with the words Essay 1 outline. Once you get approval of your outline and you move on to the Essay 1 draft, you're going to type in where warm-up quiz is. You're going to erase warm-up quiz and you're going to type in Essay 1 or Essay 1 draft, okay? So, you'll make adjustments as we roll along. This is of help to you and it's of help to me, so we can keep track of, which version of whatever it is that we're working on, okay? And this will become apparent to you as you move through the class. All right, now one more thing before you move out of this. You want to change the type of file from Word document to rich text. So how do you do that? You click on this arrow right here, and then you get a drop down of different file formats, and what you want to do is go and find rich text format. I'm pointing to it right now, and click on it. Okay, so now I have my document correctly named and I have it in rich text format, and all I have to do is save it. Now my only problem is, and this isn't something that would necessarily happen to you, but it certainly just happened to me. I need to find another place to save it on my computer, because the place where I was going to save it is in the clouds. I don't know how many of you use like Google Docs and stuff, but sometimes I lose things when I do that. So I'm going to instead save it on my desktop under let's let's do this under, I'm trying to find my place, BCC classes. All right, and so I know what it's called. I'm going to go, and I've already saved it in rich text. I'm going to save it. Okay. Let's go back to the module that we were working on. So I'm going back to the Canvas site. Okay. I'm going into clicking on modules. I happen to be working on the warm-up module on the warm-up quiz, and I want to submit it, so I'm going to click on warm-up quiz. And then over to the right here, do you see I'm circling it? You see submit assignment. I'm going to click on it, and look what comes up, a place where you can click and go and find that file you just saved. So I'm going to go browse for my file. So I'm going to click on browse. Remember, I saved it on the desktop. In the BCC file, okay, this is all my webinars here. I don't know why it did that. I saved it on the desktop under BCC classes. Here we go. And so let me go see where it is. And immediately I see it, right? Because I know how I named it. And if I scroll across, I can see the time and date that I saved this document and that it's in rich text format. So I know that's the one, right? I'm going to click on it. For me, I'm clicking open. It should come up right here. Then you should see the name here. If you're not sure, all you have to do is just like scroll across there and you can see the whole name of the file. And if you're happy with what you see there, you click submit assignment and it comes to me. Now, that's not the last step for you. You need to then send me an email to tell me that you just submitted. It's hello, Professor Quine, I just submitted my warm up assignment. And so the email would look something like, here's the text of the email. You would say something like, you have your to, you've got your from at the top, you've got the date, you've got the subject line or the ray column, or whatever they're calling it these days. That's at the very top, right? And so, you want to put in a very clear subject, maybe submission of warm-up quiz or something like that. And then in the blank, in the actual text box for the email, you want to say something like, "Hello, Professor Quine. I just submitted my warm-up quiz." And then you sign your name, and I'm what, Sue Smith, I think I said, and I happen to be a Ring 92 7759 student, and then I send the email to me at my Yahoo address. Okay? And where again do you find that address? You find it on the course site. It's right there. If you want to use the email facility on the course site, it'll come right to my Yahoo address. So anyway, there you go. That's from beginning to end, opening up that Word document, how to name that file, how to save it in rich text, and how to submit it using the Canvas course site. I hope you found this useful. The great thing about webinars is you can watch them again and again to see, if you missed a step. So there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to see me. As long as I'm convinced the students have watched the webinar, you know, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. But I think this is probably clear enough. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.